Welcome to Octane Mobile Gaming. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Octane. We're gonna go straight into the vault and then we're gonna have a look at the deck. So first up, let's see what I get on the first tier of the vault. Let's see if I can get lucky this week and get the ultimate form before I get up to the third tier. So far, no luck. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing on the first tier of the vault. Let's see if I can get lucky before I get up to the third tier. So second tier, let's see what happens here. Support card. Main card, not too bad. I can work with that. Let's see what this gold card is. Master collection card, really good. Private all seeing eye. Play on words, but that's not too bad. Second draw is not a bad draw at all. Quite useful. So getting up to the third tier will allow me to actually craft the ultra rare if I don't get ultra rare on this tier. So let's see if I can get lucky on this tier. Come on, Lady Luck. Come on, Lady Luck. Let's see what we've got. So not really good when the first thing you see is those stupid evolution coins. And it looks like only a relic I'm gonna get on this tier. But that's okay, because I've actually got the master collection card, so that's not too bad. And that will be it for this week, because I'm not gonna spend any more of my gems trying to save some of my gems. I used to save a lot of my gems, but since the start of this year I've basically just thrown that philosophy out the door and just spend my gems. And I think it's because with the introduction of the coins and not dust, I kind of started drifting away from that philosophy to save my gems. But I'm gonna go back to that philosophy and start saving my gems, especially because I really would like a deck that's got a really good boost for none other than Beast Killer. So this week deck is a Dark Slayer Beast Killer. This is the ultimate form, Paranormal Agent, and the battle skill will create 5 Dark Power Gem 5s. It will also add 15 stacks of something called Investigate, plus it will give you an additional 2 per Dark Slayer heroes on your deck. The complete deck is a 3-turn cooldown. It's got something on it called Entity's Whisper, which creates 4 Dark Power Gem 5s at the start of each turn. So every turn your passive will give you 4 Dark Power Gem 5s, and when you activate the battle skill you get 5 Dark Power Gem 5s as well. So you can create a whopping 9 from your ultimate form. Would have been quite better if it created more power gems based on intensity, but it is what it is. This is the first Pristine deck, and Pristine is much like Haste or the other things that we've been seeing on the decks recently. So Pristine basically gives your hero 200% increase attack when you're at 100% HP. So when you got full HP, it actually increases the attack output of your deck. Ghostly Intuition is the second passive on this one. You start the battle with 20 stacks of Investigate, and Investigate itself is none other than it heals your deck. So whenever Investigate gets up to 100%, or not percent, 100 stacks, it will fully heal your deck, and then it will remove the 100 stacks of Investigate. So all it does is really heals your deck to 100%, so you can basically tap into that attack boost that the deck has got in the form of Pristine. So is it a brilliant ultimate form? Personally, for me, I don't really think it's a brilliant ultimate form. it boosts only itself. It doesn't create a lot of dark power gems. What is its application going forward? It hasn't really got a lot of application apart from it does give you 900% damage with its killer skill. That's the only benefit of actually having this ultimate form. So is it a valuable ultimate form? Not really. It could have been far better if it actually gave you 200% damage boost for, say, all Slayer, all Dark Slayer Beast Killer cards. That would be far better. It would have been a much more valuable ultimate form going forward. But with all that it's got going on, it's not really that valuable going forward. And that's just my personal opinion. Somebody else might have another opinion of this card, but that's my personal opinion. I would have loved to seen a card that basically does the same thing for Beast Killer as High Performance Unit Area does for Immortal Killer, and the Jailers does for Arcane Killer. But that's yet to be seen. Let's look at the Master Collection card for this week. So your Master Collection card, which I was lucky enough to get a copy of. Woohoo! Private All-Seeing Eye. Play on words there. So Private All-Seeing Eye will do slightly the same thing, because the ultimate form does get part of its battle skill from this card. It will create 5 Dark Power Gem 5s. It will also add 15 stacks of Investigate. It's got Pristine as well. So this hero gains 200% increased attack when HP is at 100%. It's got Ghostly Intuition as well. It starts the battle with 20 stacks of Investigate. It's got Investigate as well, which we have established heals your deck when your Investigate gets up to 100 stacks. Then 100 stacks is removed. This card will Dispel Chaos, which is an annoying debuff. It basically interrupts your passive generation of power gems if it's not Dispel. This one will Dispel Panic, which is not too bad. Panic, you can play around Panic, so Panic is not really a horrible debuff. Let's look at the Ultra Rare for this week. So the Ultra Rare for this week will add 15 stacks of Investigate plus 2 more per Dark Slayer hero on your team. Whisper, and that creates 4 Dark Power Gem 5s at the start of each turn. It's got Pristine as well. It's got Investigate as well, which we know heals your deck for 100% when you get up to 100 stacks of Investigate. So all in all, the Ultra Rare is not really a brilliant Ultra Rare because it doesn't really do much for your deck. It just gives you 4 Dark Power Gem 5s, and apart from the 4 Dark Power Gem 5s and a few stacks of Investigate, it doesn't really do anything else. Now this is the main card, or the main hero, or the event hero, whichever one suits you best. And this one does almost the same thing as a Master Collection card. However, it creates Power Gem Freeze, and it's got Pristine, and it's got Investigate as well. So it's an okay event card, but for me it's not a brilliant event card. It only creates 4 Dark Power Gem Freeze. So it's okay, not brilliant. Let's see the support card for this week. And the support card for this week, Vicky, Intrepid Investigator. She will create 10 Dark Power Gems, add 10 stacks of Investigate. It's got Pristine as well, and it's got Investigate. So you can get Investigate from all the cards. So if you got 1 copy of the event card and 2 copies of the support card, you will get up to 100 stacks of Investigate. Not very fast, but you will get there, and you can basically heal your deck and boost all the cards for this deck by 200% attack, which is okay but not brilliant. All in all, how do I feel about the deck? Personally, I don't think it's a brilliant deck. Nevertheless, I'm going to craft the ultimate form, but I don't really think it's a brilliant deck. And the reason why I'm going to craft the ultimate form is because I've got an ultimate form that is a gem destroyer. And even though I love my gem destroyers don't work very well in the current meta. So the current method doesn't really allow for gem destroyers to actually work very well, because you have to create off affinity gems, and creating off affinity gems adds to the creation of more valuable gems, such as power gems 15, 17, 20s, stuff like that, because that's where you're gonna get your massive bang for your bucks when you start crushing gems, upgrading gems of off affinity, and upgrading them to power gems of higher level. So as you can see, I've got all three historical cards. This one is garbage. It's a support card, doesn't really do much. This one, Hulking Golem, is an older card from one of the Rainbow Gem deck. Isn't really that valuable. This one is the most valuable of all three. So this one is from the Draconic Scoundrels deck, and the Draconic Scoundrel deck, as I said, the ultimate form is a gem destroyer. But however, this is an ultra rare, and ultra rare is, I would say, it's quite valuable. However, it's not gonna give your deck the beast killer boost. So it will create 4 dark power gem 4s plus 1 additional for every 5 dark power gems on the board. So it can actually aid you this week in your pursuit to perform very well on the solo leaderboard. If you are competitive like most players. I used to be very competitive, but now I play the game because I want to enjoy the game, not for the competition. So that's it, Draconic Scoundrel. This is the older ultimate form. Does create an ultimate gem, which hasn't really got much bang. It destroys all non-dark gems and create 4 dark power gem 4s plus 1 additional for every 5 dark power gems on the board. So it will destroy all non-dark gems that's on the board. So if you're going to use this card to boost your deck, you need to activate this one. Actually, you have to activate it first or before you activate your card that's going to create your off affinity gems. So that's it. So I've crafted my ultimate form, and there you go, that's the ultimate form. Not really a brilliant ultimate form. So let's have a look, a preview of what decks we can actually put together based on what I've got in my collection. So I've got 2 cards that can actually give me the killer skill, but one gives me 900% and the other, because it's a 1 pink star and an old ultimate form, gives me 400%, but 400% is always better than nothing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna probably use the current ultimate form as the lead card, and I'm not gonna really use Beast Killer as my main attacking killer skill. I'm actually gonna use Immortal Killer as my main attacking skill. I'm gonna use the Beast Killer ultimate form to give me the 900% killer bonus, and I'm gonna use none other than the Golem, our performance unit area, and I'm gonna use the Freedom Fighters. And for off affinity gem, I'm gonna use none other than this card. Now this water card is very, very good. Lost Kingdom Guardians, very, very brilliant. Really love this card. However, it's got like a one-time offer. When you activate it, it will give you 14 power gem 5s, 14 water power gem 5s. However, because you've got our performance unit area and the Golem producing a lot of dark gem and power gem passively, it's very difficult to pop this card after its first activation. So you might want to use another card that produces gems passively. One that I do like is I think it was a Noble Killer, a Fire Noble Killer card. So this could be another combination. If you haven't got the current ultimate form, you could use the same combination but put the Draconic Scoundrel first. So once you activate High Performance Unit Area's battle skill, you take the hit, you get the status, you then want to activate Draconic Scoundrel, then you'll activate Lost Kingdom Guardian and so on and so forth, and you could get a massive bang for your buck. However, if Draconic Scoundrel did not gem destroyed, it would actually give you far more power gems on the board, because it does create additional power gems based on the number of dark power gems that's on the board. So really a shame that we can't really use the full value of its battle skill. Really a shame. Really like that card as well. It's quite useful, but not really useful in the current situation. The current meta of the game have actually rendered its battle skill really useless. Okay, so next week we're gonna have a Earth Commander event, and I think that's gonna be Chaotic Killer. And the Chaotic Killer deck that we've got for next week, the Earth Commander Chaotic Killer deck is, let's see if I can remember what it's called. Devilish Duo. So the Devilish Duo, if you've got it, that would be the one that's the old ultimate form that you can actually use to get the killer skill next week. Hopefully we can get a really good Earth Commander deck to go with that one next week, because that one does produce quite a lot of power gems. Okay, so that's all for this week. Not for this week, for today really. That's your deck. As I said, it's not really a brilliant deck from my perspective. Going forward, it's not really a good utility deck, apart from the fact that it does give you the 900% killer bonus. So if you've got a card that can give you the killer skill and you feel like you can create a deck that will perform quite well in the event, I would use it. However, you can go for it if you haven't got a Dark Beast Killer deck. Well, Slade Beast Killer deck. Alright, so that's it from me today, guys. So as usual, stay healthy, stay safe until tomorrow when we do puzzle deck combination. Peace, enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon. Bye for now.